I need you to be completely honest with yourself right now. Have you ever felt that subtle shift in a woman's behavior? Something so quiet, you almost question if it's even real. That fleeting glance, that tiny pause before she speaks, or the way her voice softens when she's around you. These are not accidents. These are the signals she doesn't want anyone else to notice. And if you're tuned in, they can tell you everything you've been desperate to understand. But here's the truth most men never hear. The moment she starts showing these subtle signs, she's already crossed a line in her heart, one she can't easily turn back from. Before we go any deeper, take a second, hit that subscribe button, and like this video. Because if you're serious about understanding her mind, about seeing the truth she's hiding, you're going to want to come back. And make no mistake, the truth I'm about to reveal isn't sugar-coated. It will make you uncomfortable. It will make you question what you thought you knew about women, about love, and even about yourself. Listen carefully. When a woman shares something deeply personal with you, the kind of detail she wouldn't share with anyone else, it's not just conversation, it's permission. She's opening a door into her private world, and that door doesn't swing open for just anyone. She's testing you, not consciously sometimes, but emotionally. She's gauging whether you can hold the weight of her feelings without judgment, without ridicule. And here's the kicker. If she chooses to trust you, to reveal that part of herself, she's already assigning you a role in her emotional universe. You are now someone significant, whether you realize it or not. This is where most men get it wrong. They hear the words but miss the weight behind them. It's not what she says, it's what she chooses to show, what she allows you to touch in her soul. And once she does, everything changes. Her actions start to mirror her concealed emotions. Her gestures become tiny confessions, and her eyes, yes, her eyes begin to tell stories she won't voice aloud. So pay attention, lean in. Don't let the surface-level chatter distract you. The real message is beneath her words, encoded in every pause, every laugh, every hesitation. She's already deciding if you belong in her heart. You just need to know how to recognize it before it's too late. Have you ever noticed how some women suddenly become unusually attentive? Not in an obvious, flirtatious way, but in a way that makes you feel like you're being seen, truly seen, in a way no one else ever notices. That's intentional. When she starts remembering the smallest details about you, the song that makes you feel alive, the joke that makes you laugh, even the little frustrations you rarely voice, she's encoding herself into your world. And when she does this, it's not casual curiosity, it's emotional investment. She's already making you part of her inner story, whether she admits it to herself or not. Here's what most men overlook. It's the quiet, almost invisible behaviors that speak louder than words. When she checks in on you at odd times, not because she's nosy, but because she genuinely wants to know if you're okay, that's a sign. When she teases you in a way that's personal, almost like she's in on a secret with you, that's a sign. And when she mirrors your mood or subtly adjusts her behavior around you, she's doing something that's instinctual, something deeper than friendship. It's a subconscious way of saying, I'm here, I care, I'm choosing you without saying it. But you have to understand the risk she's taking. Sharing these subtleties isn't safe for her. Emotions are dangerous, especially the kind she's trying to hide. If you mishandle this, if you dismiss it as nothing or fail to recognize it, she may retreat before you even realize what she's revealed. That's why you need to learn the language behind the gestures, the glances, the pauses. Each one is a breadcrumb, and if you follow them carefully, they'll lead you straight to her heart. And there's something else, something most men never think about. When she's in love, she's hyper-aware of rejection. Every small action you take, every word you say, is being measured. She's reading the room in a way that's almost tactical, trying to predict whether she can continue to open up safely. That tension, that quiet, nervous energy, is a sign of care, of interest, and yes, of hidden affection. It's vulnerability, dressed as casual behavior. So the next time she texts you at odd hours, laughs at something only you would notice, or adjusts herself in a way that makes you feel special, don't ignore it. She's already invested, already taking emotional risks, and if you're attentive enough, you'll see exactly how deep it goes. Have you ever noticed how some women suddenly become unusually attentive? Not in an obvious flirtatious way, but in a way that makes you feel like you're being seen, truly seen, in a way no one else ever notices. That's intentional. When she starts remembering the smallest details about you, the song that makes you feel alive, the joke that makes you laugh, even the little frustrations you rarely voice. She's encoding herself into your world. And when she does this, it's not casual curiosity, it's emotional investment. She's already making you part of her inner story, whether she admits it to herself or not. Here's what most men overlook. It's the quiet, almost invisible behaviors that speak louder than words. When she checks in on you at odd times, not because she's nosy, but because she genuinely wants to know if you're okay, that's a sign. When she teases you in a way that's personal, almost like she's in on a secret with you, that's a sign. And when she mirrors your mood, or subtly adjusts her behavior around you, she's doing something that's instinctual, something deeper than friendship. It's a subconscious way of saying, I'm here, I care, I'm choosing you without saying it. But you have to understand the risk she's taking. Sharing these subtleties isn't safe for her. Emotions are dangerous, especially the kind she's trying to hide. If you mishandle this, if you dismiss it as nothing, or fail to recognize it, she may retreat before you even realize what she's revealed. That's why you need to learn the language behind the gestures, the glances, the pauses. Each one is a breadcrumb, and if you follow them carefully, they'll lead you straight to her heart. And there's something else, something most men never think about. When she's in love, she's hyper-aware of rejection. Every small action you take, every word you say, is being measured. She's reading the room in a way that's almost tactical, trying to predict whether she can continue to open up safely. That tension, that quiet nervous energy, is a sign of care, of interest, and yes, of hidden affection. It's vulnerability dressed as casual behavior. So the next time she texts you at odd hours, laughs at something only you would notice, or adjusts herself in a way that makes you feel special, don't ignore it. She's already invested, already taking emotional risks, and if you're attentive enough, you'll see exactly how deep it goes. Let me ask you this. Have you ever felt her pull back for a moment, only to come closer again, like she can't stay away? That push and pull isn't indecision, it's fear. Fear of being seen, of being vulnerable, of letting someone in who could hurt her. But here's the critical truth most men miss. That hesitation is actually a hidden confession. Every time she steps back and then inches forward again, she's testing the boundaries of her feelings and yours. She's asking, silently, will you handle this? Will you stay? The woman who's already in love will carefully calibrate every interaction, almost subconsciously. Her words may be casual, but her eyes are calculating. Her body language might seem friendly, but the micro signals, tilting her head, brushing her hair, the way she laughs softly when you catch her glance, are revealing more than you think. And if you notice, if you respond with awareness instead of confusion, she will feel seen in a way no one else has ever achieved. That recognition, it creates an invisible bond, stronger than anything she says out loud. Another thing to notice, the way she reacts to your successes and failures. A woman secretly in love doesn't just celebrate your wins. She feels them. She tenses when you're anxious, leans in when you're excited, and sometimes, almost involuntarily, mirrors your emotions like she's absorbing them into herself. It's empathy on a level most men never recognize, because it's instinctual. She's not just emotionally present, she's emotionally invested. That's how love hides itself in everyday gestures. And here's where many men fail. They see ordinary actions and assume they're casual. She smiled at me. She laughed at my joke. She cared about my day. So what? No, that so what is exactly what separates the men who see the truth from the men who stay blind. Every subtle act is a signal. Every seemingly small detail is a piece of her inner world she's allowing you to enter. Once you notice it, once you truly perceive it, you can't unsee it. You start to understand that love isn't always declared in grand gestures. Sometimes it whispers through a gaze, a pause, a fleeting touch. This is why paying attention matters. The man who sees her hidden signals has an unfair advantage. He understands not just what she does, but why she does it. The fears she masks, the hope she hides, and the affection she guards with a quiet intensity. If you choose to ignore it, you lose the chance to be the one she trusts. But if you choose to see, to understand, you step into a world very few men ever get to enter, the secret language of a woman who's already fallen. Have you ever noticed how she sometimes seems to test you, not with words, but with silence? That pause in a conversation, that delayed text reply, even that fleeting look of uncertainty. These are not signs of disinterest. They're subtle probes. She's gauging your reactions, measuring your patience, and quietly determining if you can hold space for her without judgment. And make no mistake, if she's doing this, she's already invested more than she would ever admit. Women don't play these games casually. This is emotional strategy, a way of protecting something fragile she has already allowed you to touch. Here's what most men never see: the little sacrifices she makes. She'll adjust her plans to include you, sometimes in ways so subtle you barely notice. She'll remember details from weeks ago, or offer support when you've never even asked. These aren't random acts. They are her way of saying, without words, you matter to me more than I can risk admitting. And yet the most fascinating part is how carefully she conceals it. She wants to see if you notice, if you appreciate, if you recognize the effort without prompting. Her feelings are deep, but her defenses are strong. And then there's the way she reacts when you share your own vulnerabilities. If she leans in, softens her tone, or shows a flicker of empathy beyond polite concern, that's her heart revealing itself. She's already aligning her emotional world with yours. But here's the nuance. She can't always say, I care for you more than anyone else, so she lets her actions do the talking. Every thoughtful word, every supportive gesture, every careful observation, it's all a quiet declaration. Pay attention to her energy around you, because energy never lies. When she's around, it feels different, charged. She laughs more, listens more intently, even breathes differently. And if she's in love, that energy is unavoidable. She can't hide it completely. No matter how hard she tries, her heart leaks through the cracks of her carefully controlled demeanor. And if you're awake enough to see it, you'll know. This is why most men miss it. They expect love to arrive with fireworks, declarations, and obvious signs. But real, deep, hidden love is stealthy. It's woven into every minor action, every fleeting look, every small effort she makes without announcing it. And if you learn to read these signals, you will see the truth before she even says it. Have you ever noticed how she sometimes shares a private thought with you? A fear, a memory, or a confession she hasn't told anyone else? That moment, fleeting as it may seem, is her heart lowering its defenses. She's revealing a piece of herself that is fragile, unguarded, and deeply personal. And here's the truth most men never recognize. If she trusts you with that, she's already in love. She's giving you a glimpse into her world that no one else has access to. And that's not a risk she takes lightly. Look at the way she gauges your response. Is your reaction judgmental, dismissive? Or are you attentive, careful, and compassionate? Women pay close attention to how men handle these moments. They're testing the waters to see if you can carry the weight of her emotions without breaking the fragile connection she's offering. If you respond with empathy and patience, you're no longer just a person in her life. You become a safe place, a man she can rely on emotionally. And when that happens, her feelings deepen faster than words can express. Then there's the subtler signs, the ones that almost feel like coincidences. The way she initiates small acts of thoughtfulness, remembering things you casually mentioned, anticipating your needs, or checking in when you're stressed. These gestures are not casual. They are her way of embedding herself into your daily life, without overtly announcing her feelings. The careful orchestration of her attention is a language, and if you're attuned, it speaks clearly. She's invested, emotionally and subconsciously. Pay attention to her body language too. Leaning in during conversation, mirroring your gestures, subtle touches that linger just slightly longer than necessary. These aren't accidents. They are the silent echoes of affection. The way she positions herself around you, how her gaze lingers, how her smile shifts when she notices your reaction. All of this is a roadmap to her hidden emotions. Most men miss these signals because they're looking for grand gestures. They're expecting fireworks, bold confessions, dramatic moments. But real love, the kind that starts quietly and grows, is measured, careful, and coded in the subtleties. Got it? Here's section 6, keeping the same emotionally gripping, psychologically sharp tone. Section 6, notice how sometimes she seems to mirror your moods, almost without realizing it. When you're excited, she brightens. When you're frustrated, she tightens, frowns, or sighs. This isn't coincidence. This is emotional attunement, the subconscious way a woman shows she's already entwined with your feelings. She's absorbing your energy because your world matters to her. Most men overlook this because they mistake it for casual empathy. But here's the truth. She's already emotionally invested, and her body can't hide it. Then there's the small, almost imperceptible changes in how she communicates. Maybe she sends a message, then deletes it, rewriting until it feels just right. Maybe she hesitates before sharing something personal, weighing whether you can be trusted. Every pause, every careful word, is her protecting something precious, her heart. And if she's already in love, every tiny interaction with you becomes a risk. Every word could expose more than she intends. But the fact that she risks it at all speaks volumes. Look at the way she seeks reassurance, not always overtly, but subtly. A fleeting glance, a quiet question, or even just lingering near you when you're distracted. She's not insecure. She's testing the emotional waters. She's making sure the person she's letting in can handle her depth, her complexity, her intensity. She's watching for patterns, gauging how you react when she allows herself to be vulnerable. This is the invisible architecture of trust in love. And notice the small rituals, the acts of thoughtfulness she performs without fanfare. She might remember exactly how you take your coffee, the way you like your space organized, or the music that makes you feel alive. These are not casual observations, they're emotional fingerprints. Every subtle act is her saying, "I'm paying attention. You matter to me more than I can safely admit." And the more she does this, the deeper her feelings have already taken root. Here's the crucial thing most men never grasp. When a woman is hiding feelings but acting like this, she's already in love. The hesitation, the subtle tests, the quiet attunement, they're all signs. She's giving you pieces of herself. And if you notice, if you respond with patience and care, you'll realize the truth. Her heart has already chosen, long before her lips ever confess it. And this is the part most men fail to see. They miss the quiet declaration of love in the everyday subtleties because they're expecting drama, noise, grand gestures, but real love whispers, it hides, it builds in silence, and if you're listening, you'll hear it. Now let me be blunt. If she's shared even the smallest part of herself with you, her thoughts, her fears, her private moments, she's already in love. She's crossed a threshold that most people never reach, and she's chosen to let you see her in ways no one else can. Every glance, every hesitation, every subtle gesture you've noticed, or maybe thought you imagined, is her heart speaking without words. And here's the truth most men will never understand. When a woman does this, she's already surrendering a piece of herself, quietly, cautiously, and irreversibly. Look at how she behaves around you. She tunes into your moods, remembers details you barely mentioned, laughs at the jokes that really matter to you, and sometimes, almost unconsciously, mirrors your energy. These are not random behaviors. They are love encoded in subtle actions, a language designed to be read only by someone attentive enough to see it. She's already chosen you emotionally. The question is whether you see it, whether you acknowledge it, and whether you respond in a way that honors her trust. Think about the risks she's taking. Vulnerability is terrifying. Every moment she opens up, even slightly, she's risking disappointment, rejection, embarrassment. And yet, if she's acting this way, she's willing to take that risk for you. That's not casual attraction. That's deep emotional investment. That's love. Hidden, yes, but real, profound, powerful. And if you ignore it, dismiss it, or misread it, you lose something that most men will spend their whole lives searching for. So here's what you need to do. Notice, listen, pay attention to the little things, the pauses, the smiles, the way she leans in when you talk about something that matters to you. Respond with awareness and care. Treat every subtle act as what it is, a bridge into her heart. When you do this, when you recognize the love she's already offering, something incredible happens. You move from being just someone in her life to becoming the one she trusts, values, and secretly relies on. Love isn't always loud. Sometimes it whispers in glances, lingers in moments, and hides in gestures that seem ordinary until you understand the language. And if she's giving you these signs, if she's letting herself be seen by you, then know this, she's already in love. And if you act wisely, if you honor that quiet truth, you have the rarest gift a man can ever receive, the heart of a woman who has already chosen you long before she ever spoke the words.